Hello, I'm Joshua Brown from howtobecome.com, a leading provider of NHS recruitment training that's helped thousands of candidates prepare to secure roles across bands 2 to 6 and beyond. Today, I'm going to help you write one of the most important parts of your NHS Band 3 application, the supporting information section. Now, this part of the application is where most people go wrong. It's not enough to simply say you're hardworking or reliable. This is your chance to prove that you're the right person for the role. And with so many applicants going for each NHS vacancy, it's crucial that your supporting information stands out, not just in terms of what you say, but how closely it matches what the employer is looking for. So in this video, I'll walk you through exactly what the assessors want to see, how to structure your response, and how to link your experience to the NHS values and person specification. And later, I'll share a powerful resource you can use to make this process much easier and much faster. So what exactly is the supporting information section in an NHS Band 3 application? Well, think of it as your personal statement, a written summary that explains why you're suitable for the role and why the NHS should invite you to interview. It's not just a formality. In fact, this section is one of the main deciding factors in whether your application is shortlisted. Even if you meet all the essential criteria, you can still be rejected if your supporting information is vague, rushed, or poorly written. Now, what the NHS is really looking for here is evidence. Evidence that you've read the job description. Evidence that you understand the responsibilities of the role. And evidence that you have the skills, experience, and values to do the job well. So you're expected to match your answer to the person specification, especially the essential criteria. If your supporting information doesn't clearly demonstrate these, your application may not even be considered. This is also your opportunity to show that you understand and live by the NHS values, such as compassion, respect, teamwork, and commitment to quality care. Now that you know what the supporting information section is and why it's so important, let's break down exactly what you should include. The most effective statements follow a simple structure I like to call EAV. That stands for experience, attributes, and values. Let's start off with experience. This is where you highlight the relevant jobs or responsibilities you've had, especially those that demonstrate the core skills required for the Band 3 role. That might include working in a healthcare setting, providing personal care, using IT systems like NHS Mail or System 1, or supporting a busy team in a fast-paced environment. Don't just list duties. Instead, describe what you did, how you did it, and what the outcome was. For example, you could say this: in my role as a clinical support worker, I regularly monitored patients' vital signs, reported any concerns to senior staff, and maintained accurate records to ensure continuity of care. That's a great answer. Let's now move on to your attributes. This is about the kind of person you are. What soft skills or behaviours make you a good fit for the NHS? You might mention your reliability, your ability to work under pressure, or your communication and time management skills. Again, try to back this up with examples. For instance, you could say something like this: I am highly organised and able to prioritise tasks effectively, which was especially important when working in a busy outpatient department with tight appointment schedules. Okay, finally, let's talk about your values last, specifically the NHS values outlined in the Health Careers website. Show that you understand and share the organization's commitment to compassion, dignity, respect, and continuous improvement. You might say something like this: I always treat patients and colleagues with respect and kindness, and I believe in creating a safe and inclusive environment for everyone. Now, if you can build your statement around this structure, experience, attributes, and values, EAV, you'll demonstrate not only that you're capable of doing the job, but that you're the right person for the NHS. Now, let's talk about some of the biggest mistakes people make when writing their supporting information. Mistakes that can cost you an interview, even if you're perfectly qualified for the job. Mistake number one is being too vague. A lot of candidates write things like, I'm a good team player, or I work well under pressure, but they don't back it up with any examples. These statements don't mean anything unless you prove them with real situations from your experience. Mistake number two, copying and pasting from your CV. I see this all the time. The supporting information isn't just a summary of your work history. It's a targeted response to the person specification. If you're not addressing it directly and the criteria listed in that job description, you're missing the point and the opportunity here. Mistake number three, making it too short. Many applicants submit just a few short paragraphs. That's not enough. This section is your chance to shine. Unless the application gives a strict word or character limit, aim for somewhere between 500 and 1,000 words, broken into clear, readable paragraphs. Mistake number four is ignoring NHS values. Even if your experience is solid, if you don't show an understanding of the NHS Constitution values, your application may not go any further. The assessors want to see that your mindset and behaviours are aligned with the NHS, not just your skills. And mistake number five is poor grammar or typos. It might seem minor, but spelling and grammar mistakes can give the impression that you're careless or rushed. Always proofread your statement, or better yet, ask someone else to check it before submitting. Avoiding all of these mistakes will already put you ahead of a huge number of applicants. Let's wrap up with some final tips to help you write a strong, confident supporting information statement for your NHS Band 3 application. Tip number one is to read the person specification carefully. As I mentioned, it's a common mistake people make by not referencing that person specification and matching their skills and qualities to it. So make sure you do the opposite. Highlight the essential criteria and make sure your statement directly addresses each one. Think of it like ticking off a checklist. You want the assessor to clearly see that you meet the requirements. Tip number two for your Band 3 supporting information is to use the STAR method if you're stuck. STAR stands for situation, task, action, and result. It's a great way to structure your examples and show exactly how you handled specific challenges or responsibilities. So you would start off by describing the situation you faced. You then move on to T for task and describe what the task was that you needed to carry out. You then move on to A for action and describe the action you took to complete the task, and you end with result. What was the end result following your actions? Make sure it's always a positive end result. This is a brilliant and simple way, but a powerful way to structure top scoring answers. Now, tip number three is to write in a natural, professional tone. Avoid jargon or overcomplicated language. You want your statement to be easy to read, clear, and personal, like it was written by someone who genuinely wants to make a difference. Make sure that shines throughout your application. Tip number four, don't leave it until the last minute. Give yourself plenty of time to reflect, write, and edit. A rushed statement rarely leads to success, and this part of the application deserves your full attention. Now, if you follow everything we've covered in this video, using clear structure, tailoring your content, and avoiding the common mistakes, you'll be giving yourself a real advantage in this highly competitive process. So now you know exactly what to include in your NHS Band 3 supporting information, and just as importantly, what to avoid. But if you want to make this process faster, easier, and much more effective, I've created a powerful resource that can help. Click the link in the top right hand corner or in the pinned comment below to access our NHS Band 3 supporting information templates at howtobecome.com. Inside, you'll get professionally written example statements tailored to Band 3 roles, easy to edit templates that follow the EAV structure I shared earlier, guidance aligned with the NHS values and the latest recruitment standards. How to Become's resources have already helped thousands of NHS candidates, and it can do the same for you too. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm on a mission to help more people succeed in NHS applications and beyond, and I'd love to have you on board so I can help you too. Got a question about the application process? Well, drop it in the comments. I read every one and I'm always happy to help. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best with your NHS application. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I'd love to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself on LinkedIn. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much. Have a brilliant day.